In this video, I'm going to gather up a bunch of my friends and family to do a little taste test. We're going to try out 10 different products from the grocery store. 5 of these are going to be name brand products, while the other 5 are going to be their counterparts, the generic versions of that brand. The overall goal is to see which one tastes better and to also answer the question of this video: are name brands worth the extra money? Now, for those that don't know, a name brand product is any type of product that comes from a well-known manufacturer. So think of products that come from Apple, Verizon, Nike, and Exxon. These companies spend a lot of money on advertising and marketing each year to make sure you, the consumer, can easily recognize their products. Now, usually when you're shopping, you'll see the name brand product, and then right next to it will be a similar product with a logo that you've never heard of before. Well, that is going to be the generic brand, which is usually less expensive. These types of products are not advertised and usually have pretty basic packaging in comparison to their name brand counterparts. Here are the 5 name brand products we are going to be taste testing today, and here are their generic counterparts. While shopping for this video, I try to pick out a good variety of foods. The main categories we will be trying out today are chips, cereal, yogurt, crackers, and soda. For the chips category, we're going to find out which tastes better: Ruffles, cheddar and sour cream, or the generic Price Chopper version. Let's see which of these tastes better. Introducing our first taste tester. Please welcome Todd. Todd is one of my really good friends. He works in human resources, and prior to this experiment, claims he grew up on eating generic food products all throughout his childhood. Let's see what he thinks about these potato chips.
Alright, gonna start with this one. See how this one tastes. It's got some good cheddar. I like it. Now we're gonna go to the other one. Not a huge fan of that one. It's a weird tasting cheddar. So obviously this one's gonna be the best.
Alright, so it looks like Todd thought the name brand bag of potato chips tasted the best. Let's now introduce the rest of the people in this experiment, and we can see what they thought about these potato chips. Todd, we just met. Christina and Ryan will meet later on in the video. Maureen is my mom. Lindsay is my friend, and then Scotty and Kyle are my coworkers. Some of these people are camera shy, so you're not going to see everyone here on film, but based on the results, it looks like only one person favored the generic brand of potato chips, and that was my mom. So going back to the original question, are name brands worth the extra money? Well, for potato chips, I would say yes. It looks like a majority of people in this experiment favored the name brand potato chips over the generic brand. Moving on to the next category, let's take a look at cereal. For the name brand product, we have Reese's Puffs, which is one of my personal favorites. And then for the generic version, we have Peanut Butter Cocoa Spheres. Let's see which cereal our taste testers prefer. Introducing our second taste tester. Please welcome Christina. Christina is one of my good friends from work. She is a chef, and prior to this experiment, she was feeling a little nervous about her taste testing abilities. Let's see what she thinks about these 2 different cereals.
That's mine.
Alright, so it looks like Christina thought the generic box of cereal tasted the best. Let's see what everyone else thought about the cereal. 3 people thought the generic cereal tasted the best, and then the remaining 4 people thought the name brand cereal tasted the best. So going back to the original question, are name brands worth the extra money? Well, for cereal, I would probably say no. Even though Reese's Puffs was the clear winner here, we really need a larger sample size to get a more definitive answer. But my thought is, with these cereals being so close in taste, why not just buy the cheaper version? I mean, after all, we are trying to stay frugal, fam. Moving on to the third category, let's take a look at yogurt. For the name brand product, we have Chobani Greek yogurt. And then for the generic version, we have Price Choppers Greek yogurt. Let's see which of these yogurts our taste testers prefer. Introducing our third taste tester. Please welcome Ryan. Ryan is my brother. He is an air traffic controller. And prior to this experiment, he was feeling confident that he would be able to identify all 5 name brand foods within this challenge. So let's see what he thinks about these 2 different yogurts.
I don't think I like that. I didn't think either of those were really good, but this one was the least bad.
Alright, so it looks like Ryan thought the name brand yogurt tasted the best. Let's see what everyone else thought about the yogurt. 5 people thought the generic yogurt tasted the best, while the remaining 2 people thought the name brand yogurt tasted the best. So are name brands worth the extra money when it comes to yogurt? I'm going to say definitely no. It seems like a majority of the people in this experiment favored the generic yogurt over the name brand version. So if you want to save money on your next trip to the grocery store, consider getting the generic version of yogurt, which is not only cheaper than the name brand yogurt, but also apparently tastes better as well. We have 2 more categories to go. We have crackers and soda. In the cracker category, the name brand product we are going to be trying out is Roasted Garlic Triscuits. And then the generic equivalent of that is going to be Price Choppers version. Let's see what our taste testers think about these 2 different kinds of crackers. So I wish I had more people that wanted to be on camera, but it's not the end of the world. It looks like Todd and Ryan prefer the name brand crackers, and then Christina likes the generic version. The only other person that enjoyed the generic version of the crackers was my mom, and then everyone else in the experiment thought the name brand crackers tasted better. So are name brands worth the extra money? Well, for crackers, the answer is yes. There is definitely a clear winner here. Last but not least is the soda category. We're going to be comparing Dr. Pepper versus Price Chopper's equivalent, Dr. Sparkle. It looks like Christina thinks the generic soda tastes better, and then Todd and Ryan think the name brand soda is better. Without even trying the soda, I'm hoping Dr. Sparkle tastes better. I mean, what a great name. Dr. Sparkle. Well, it turns out that 4 of our taste testers liked the generic brand of soda, and then the remaining 3 liked the name brand version. So with the results being pretty close, the question again arises, are name brands worth the extra money? I would say for soda, the answer is no. Since the results are pretty similar, it seems like people are having a hard time differentiating between Dr. Pepper and Dr. Sparkle. So since they are similar in taste, why not go with a cheaper option and go with the generic version of soda? In case you were wondering, males tended to favor the name brand food items, while females tended to favor the generic food brands. Likewise with age, it looks like Gen Z and millennials favored the name brands, while the Gen X and baby boomer generations favored the generic food brands. Overall, in this taste test experiment, the name brand food products were the clear victors. It seems like if you are going to buy name brand food products, then your best bet is to do so with chips and crackers, as there is definitely a distinct difference in taste based on these results. Likewise with generic food products, it seems like most people favored the generic version of yogurt as opposed to the name brand version. And with cereal and soda, it seems like people are having a hard time differentiating between the name brand and generic brands. So if they both taste the same, why not go with the cheaper generic version instead? Let me know in the comments what I should taste test next. Stay frugal, fam!